Hello, my dear friends. Our today's lesson is the topic of our today's lesson is the indirect speech, how it happens in English and in how it happens in Ukrainian and English. So today this is the lesson of Одеська, Маріїнська, гімназія, and I prepared this lesson. I am Корш, Ніна Володимирівна, я працюю у цій школі. Сьогодні темою нашого уроку, the topic of our lesson is indirect speech. We shall first try to understand how narrative sentences change in Ukrainian and in English when we are using indirect speech. First of all, some examples. Вона сказала, я працюю в офісному центрі. She said, I work in the office center. А зараз непряма мова. Вона сказала, що працює в офісному центрі. She said that she worked in the office center. You can see here that in direct speech, the verb work is in present simple, and in the indirect speech, the verb work is standing in the past simple, worked. Now we have to understand what changes. First of all, we have the change of grammar tense. Present simple changes into past simple. The second change is pronoun I changed into she. When we are talking about changing from direct into indirect speech, we have to understand then that in Ukrainian, in both direct and indirect speech, we use the same grammar tense. When we're doing the same in English, grammar tense as if makes a step back. This is very strange for people who speak Ukrainian. Only due to grammar sentence exercises we can get used to this rule. Please pay attention that changes of grammar tenses is going this way. How do we change grammar tenses? Present simple changes into past simple. Present continuous changes into past continuous. Both past simple and present perfect change into past perfect. And the last future simple changes into future in the past. Using simple sentences as subjunctives in the past tense, shift the time forms as above. Now we shall try to understand how it works using examples. He lives in New York. I thought he lived in New York. Mother is sleeping. I knew that mother was sleeping. Present continuous changed into the past continuous. As in the first example, he lives in New York. Present simple changed into past continuous. He bought a new car. I heard he had bought a new car. Past simple changed into past perfect. He has returned from London. I was told that he had returned from London. Present perfect changed into past perfect. He will send us a letter. I supposed he would send us a letter. Future simple changed into future in the past. To make better understanding of this grammar material, we shall now make an exercise to understand even better. I will send you a postcard. He told us that he would send us a postcard. Future simple changed into future in the past. The second example, we have bought a new car. They told me they had bought us a new car. Present perfect changed into past perfect. I don't speak German. She said that she didn't speak German. Present simple changed into past simple. You failed your exam. He told me that I had failed my art exam. Past simple changed into past perfect. And here is another group of examples. I cannot drive. I said that I couldn't drive. Can in present simple changed into could in past simple. You look nice. She said that I looked nice. Another example. We are going ice skating. They told me they were going ice skating. Present continuous changed into past continuous. It is the expression we are going to do something. Here is the last example. The students aren't listening to me. The teacher complained. The students weren't listening to him. Present continuous changed into past continuous. And now you have to understand that except the changes which I have already mentioned, you have to remember that when we choose indirect speech, there are some obstacles of time which also change as it is shown below. Today, in the direct speech changes into that day. Yesterday changes into the day before. Tomorrow changes into the next day. 3 days ago change into 3 days before. This changes into that. These in plural changes into those. Here changes into there. Last year or month becomes the year or month before. Next year or month changes into the following year or month. If you understood everything, we can go on. The second part of our lesson is the questions in indirect speech. When we're talking about questions, we have to remember that there are different kinds of questions which change different, which have different types of changing. So, first group of questions is is yes, no questions. When we are talking about them, you have to remember that these are the questions which have the answer yes or no, and usually they have another name which sounds as general questions. For example, do you want some more cake? She asked him if he wanted some more cake. Are you coming to the cinema with me? She asked him if he was coming to the cinema with her. Another group of questions is work questions, so-called work questions, where the first letters WH stand for what, where, when, why, and some others. So, where did you go on holiday? She asked him where he had gone on holiday. When will you come? She asked him when he would come. How long do you live here? She asked him how long he lived there. So these are the examples, and now we are talking about the rules. What has changed in both, in all these situations? In general questions, there appeared a new word which is here shown, if or whether. These are the conjunctions which are equal and change into Ukrainian language as a particle she. For example, вона запитала, чи він бажає піти до кінотеатру. Крім того, змінився порядок слів у підрядному реченні. So, you can see the direct word order as it was in the examples. We again see the shift of grammar tenses as it was in a narrative sentence. Крім того, moreover, prepositions also change as it is to the content of the sentence. Зараз, я ще забула сказати, ми ніколи не ставимо знак питання в непрямій мові. We don't use question mark in the indirect speech. And now our funny policeman will ask you, what were you doing yesterday? And in the morning, you will tell your mom what he asked you. There is an example. So, reporting speech is the telling questions in indirect speech. You have here the funny policeman, who asks you 12 questions. You see these questions in the screen. Where were you last night? Have you seen my partner? Can I see some identification, please, and so on. And now we shall try to answer these questions and tell your mom in the morning what he was telling about. So now you will check yourself. What did the policeman ask you yesterday? You will now report his questions. First of all, you tell your mom, he asked me where I had been the night before. Have you seen my partner? You tell your mom, he asked me if I had seen his partner. Can I see some identification, please? He asked me whether he could see my identification. What exactly did you do then? He asked me what exactly I had done at that time. Who are you looking for is the next question, and you tell your mom. He asked me who I was looking for. Next question is, are you lost? You tell your mom. He asked me if I was lost. Next question is number 7. Did you park your car here? And you tell your mom, he asked me whether I had parked my car there. Next question is number 8. Will you be here tomorrow? He asked me if I would be there the following day. Has your mother called you? He asked me if your mom had called me. Why are you crying? Asked the policeman. He asked me why I was crying. Now, question number 11. What happened? Asked the policeman. He asked me, Mom, what had happened? Do you need any help? This sentence in the reported speech is, he asked me if I needed any help. So this is the task you have already done. And now you have some extra exercises from book Голицынский. Numbers actually. And now we have to understand the last part of our grammar material, which is the sentences orders, the orders and the requests. So, direct commands and indirect commands. Keep quiet, don't make noise. In indirect speech, it sounds like this. He asked me to keep quiet and not to make noise. Що змінилось? Перш за все, не сказав, а попросив. We cannot say in English, say, we have to say ask. Politely ask is very good for English. The second change is we use infinitive with the particle to. He asked me to keep quiet. Next change is if the request is negative, we use not to plus verb and not to make noise. We have some extra exercises in the book, grammar book Голицынский, exercises number 316 and 317. So, these sentences can be used as your home task. And now, goodbye, my dear friends. Good luck for you, and have a nice understanding of this grammar material. Goodbye. Goodbye again.